Russia says it has intercepted 155 Ukrainian drones overnight in one of the largest reported barrages since the war began. According to the Russian Defense Ministry, air defense systems were active from 11 p.m. Thursday to 7 a.m. Friday local time. Most of the drones were destroyed over the Kursk region, which borders Ukraine. All of them were fixed-wing unmanned aerial vehicles. The update was shared on the ministry's official Telegram channel this morning. There is no response yet from Kyiv. The incident marks another sharp escalation on the ongoing drone warfare between Russia and Ukraine. Now we're joined by Peter Baum. He's a foreign editor of Weekly Blitz, joining us live from London. Thank you, Peter, for joining us today. Good to see you. What does this large-scale drone barrage suggest about Ukraine's evolving military tactics and its capacity to strike deep into Russian territory?
Isn't this very, very interesting? Let's cast our minds back when Trump came in. We thought, with his leverage over Vladimir Putin, that the Ukraine-Russian conflict would come to an end. Now we're seeing a ratcheting up by both sides. This latest Ukrainian response seems to me to be part of the inability of Trump not to persuade Vladimir Putin to come to the table. Quite reverse, we've seen weeks now of Russian advancement and bombing of Ukraine, and this is the Ukrainian response, obviously encouraged by President Trump's frustration with Putin and the statements behind the scenes that he's making about rearming Ukraine and almost coming a full circle from where he was with that meeting with Zelensky at the White House, where he embarrassed Zelensky and the Ukrainian people, and now this seems to be quite reverse. And this Ukrainian response deep into Russian territory has obviously been encouraged by NATO and by the soundings from the Trump administration, who clearly are going to rearm them.
Yes, indeed. Trump did emphasize during his first few months that he will stop this war, but now it's ongoing. And how do you think, how effective are Russia's air defense systems proving to be in countering these drone threats into their capital city?
Well, according to the Russian media, and again, we have to put inverted commas by this, they seem to be very effective. But the Ukrainians, once they've assessed what damage they have done, I'm sure will advertise and expose the weaknesses of the Russian air defence systems by proving to the world the kind of damage they've inflicted on Russia today as they have been able to do previously. So for the military analysts, they've been quite surprised about Russia's inability to defend against the drones, albeit they've had some partial success, but nevertheless, no air defence system, as we know, is infallible. The Israelis have the best, and we've seen how Hamas and Iranian and Yemeni missiles have broken their defence systems. So I'm pretty sure Russia's are the same, and that Ukrainians would have had some measure of success.
And Peter, could this escalation in drone warfare further complicate diplomatic efforts or trigger broader retaliation from Moscow now?
Yes, indeed, this is a danger. It's clear that Putin, despite the relationship that we all thought he had with Donald Trump, is seemingly ignoring Trump's pleas and requests to rein back, and indeed has gone quite reverse. He's actually been bombing and Kiev and Ukraine in the last couple of months, more so than at any time. Trump is clearly frustrated with this. The Ukrainians, understanding that Trump is now has their backs, have responded, and escalation seems to be what's happening, and not de-escalation, as we all thought would happen when Donald Trump came into power. It's quite remarkable, and I think politicians, diplomats, leaders across the world are quite staggered about Russia's continuation of this conflict.
Thank you, Peter, for sharing that insight. You will stay with us as we stay on this region. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer and